These are professional quality glazes that are designed to be used in the field on full walls as well as on intricate surfaces like wood graining and marbling. There's two types. there's the full body glazing medium, and then there's a low viscosity. This is the full body here, and the full body is kind of a thick material. I'll show you. At first it doesn't look too thick, but it kind of gels up. And one of the reasons why you'd want to have a thicker glaze is because if you've ever worked on a ceiling or a large wall surface, you're using different tools, and if your glaze is too runny, it's just running down your arm, or it can't stay on your tools, you know. And so you have to have a thicker glaze like this for that application. It's got a great amount of working time. Should be about 15 minutes of working time on a wall. And for optimum working time scenarios, you always use this over your Proceed low absorbency base paint. The low viscosity glaze is just what it says. It's a runnier, thinner glaze designed to be a little bit more sheer for doing like wood graining, marbling, etc. This one's got a little bit of that runnier nature to it. This one, a little thicker. You can see that. The glazes are designed to have great working time. They're professional quality glazes. We recommend tinting them with the slow drying fluid acrylics. These are slow drying fluid acrylics designed specifically to be tinting the glaze. You can add as much of this to the glazing medium as you want without changing the working time, which is really nice. Because you know, if you're using a house paint to make your glaze, then you're changing all the working properties, plus you're increasing your dry time the more you put it in there. This doesn't do that. You know, you can tint this with the dispersions if you like, but don't go too much. Don't exceed like 5 to 10%, because then you're changing the working properties of the glaze. What you'll do is you'll affect what we call the strap down, which means if you add too much of the dispersion, because there's no binder in here, you're going to weaken this film. Whereas the slow drying fluids, you can add as much as you want and it won't change those working properties at all. The low viscosity painting and glazing medium works great as an extender for paint. Some people like that system because it's easy to pick color. You can grab a house paint of your color choice, you can mix it like 50-50 with this, and you have your glaze. You can always add more of this than 50-50, but just don't exceed like 4-to-1 when you're adding your 4 parts glaze to 1 part paint, because you're decreasing the strength of the overall film quality when you're all done. The sheen on the glazing mediums is about an eggshell. We try to get it as close to eggshell or flat as we can. One of the things that I notice about it is when you first glaze a wall, it looks kind of shiny. And as the night progresses and you come back the next day, it looks even more matte. I think you really get the true sheen at about the second day. So at about day 2, you look back at the wall, that's the sheen you're going to get. And it's like about an eggshell. I think it's a perfect sheen for us. The idea of having a low viscosity and a full body glazing medium in the same toolkit is that it gives the craftsperson a range of control. So there's a lot of professionals in the field that some of them like their glazes really thick, some of them like them very runny. Well, by having the thick and the thin, you can intermix these and kind of create a glaze viscosity of your choice. That's the neat thing about it. It's all up to personal preference, but the idea here with the Proceed toolkit is to give you the control. It's a great system. You've got your thick stuff, you've got your thin stuff. It's all colored with the slow drying fluids or the dispersions, but not too much. And you have a wide range of control here.